LEGO Dreams, the new LEGO theme for 2023, and which I assume will go on for a long, long time. Hello everyone, this is LEGO Multiverse Studios, and today's video is going to be the review of the LEGO Dreams theme itself, and also with the sets and the show, obviously. And I am so excited to talk about this. I was going to do it sooner because I was going to do a live stream for it, but I ended up not having time for that. I hope you enjoyed the video, and please leave a like and a comment on what you thought of the series. And if you haven't checked it out, you should. It's really great. So just gonna start us all out by saying this is just my opinion. And also, I think this theme was made for kids around my age, so it might be a little bit biased, but I've been wanting to talk about the show and the sets for a while now, and I'm really excited because I just finished watching the series like last week, and I also got one of the LEGO sets. So I'm actually going to start out with the theme and the sets and stuff like that before we get on to the show. So the sets, awesome, and I feel like this theme itself like can set up sets and ideas like for so long. You can never run out of ideas with the way they set up this theme because it's LEGO Dreams. It's a show and a theme about dreams, and I feel like one of the main problems that Ninjago had is that they couldn't it was just very the same with each season. Like, it felt very repetitive, and it's almost like you can't do that with this theme because everything about it just makes it so that it can just keep on going for a long time. You can make new stuff up all the time, and you can even bring up stuff from the past. So I think that really helped with setting the show and the sets, because you can make so many sets all the time for everything that's in the show if you wanted to. And like, they had so many sets for the first season. I don't really know what my favorite was, but I'm really hoping they make Castle Nocturnia soon. And also, may I add that the sets are very show accurate. Like, they try their best to make it so that it looks just like how the show does. Like with this, even though they didn't include Mateo with his cape, there was like a few episodes where he didn't wear his cape. Plus, it's just so close to how the show looks. Like, I love that they gave him dual molded legs, and they also, the pencil, it looks great, and he has the hair printing and the face printing. Two faces, and this one looks like it's identical for the show, and then this one on the other side is also pretty great too, and the torso is great, and they also have the belt piece again, which I love. So yeah, one of my favorite things about LEGO are the minifigures, and they did such a great job, and I've only gotten one so far, but seeing pictures of the other minifigures, I have no doubt they'll be just as great. Plus, if you look at Z-Blob, like compared to Z-Blob mech in the show, it's really close. Like, it looks almost identical, like, yeah, it's supposed to, but like sometimes when they make mechs, sometimes it can look a bit iffy because you have to have the bricks and everything, but it looks great. Plus, something about the instruction booklets that if you haven't already heard already, if I'm just gonna take the box because the instructions are in there, they have artwork in the instruction booklets, and not just on the front. Like, they have it throughout the whole book, and they have it in all the sets too. And I love that so much. Like, nobody asked for it, but like, look at that. And it's just so great. I love that they added these little things in the book. It's just so great. Like, I love instructions now because of the way they did this. I mean, it makes building just so much more fun. So yeah, I'm not going to show you every one in the whole book because there's a lot of art in it, which I love. And also, another thing, with the boxes, I love the boxes too. I like the design of the boxes. I really like how on the sides they have one of the characters from the show, with the sign, with the logo on the side. I think that looks great. Also, each set I think has an alternate side build. Like with Z-Blob here, he has that one with this and the little gun thingy-mabobby, and then you can also change it where he's having like a helmet and a jetpack or something. That's what it looks like there. And they have the extra side builds that you can change throughout the whole like all the sets, which I love. Plus, something they did with the sets that they did for Ninjago Prime Empire, which I absolutely loved, is they give you extra stickers, and I love extra stickers. As you can see, I already put one on. I'm saving the others for other things, and maybe more on, what's his name? Z-Blob. But I love the extra stickers just so much, and I'm so glad they're putting them in some of the sets. Now, I think that's all I'm going to have for sets. I might, throw in some other things that I like about it later if I remember something else. But now I'm going to get to the show. Okay, so LEGO Dreams, they fixed everything that I didn't like about Ninjago, like the way they did the show and everything. They did everything right that I didn't like about Ninjago. With, oh my gosh, I'm deciding which part I should do first. So, first off, the season is 20 episodes. Each episode is 22 minutes. And each episode is great. Each episode tells its own story, but it's still, they all work so collectively as the one story, but like they still work as an individual episode, or it works as an individual episode. And yeah, I love the 22-minute episodes. I love that, and I'm so glad that they did it. They could have easily made them like 10-minute or 12-minute episodes, but they didn't, and I'm so glad that they did. And they also released it in 2 parts. They released the first 10 episodes, I think, in May, and then the next 10 episodes in August. And I think that was such a smart move. They didn't make us wait like 4 months to see the next part of it, and didn't even leave off a huge cliffhanger or anything. Even though it did leave off some cliffhangers, it's still like they still like put stuff about the series in between it, like the time where they didn't have the episodes out. And yeah, they didn't go silent as soon as they released the first part and then like release it 4 months later. No, they stayed on track with it and made it so that we didn't forget about it, at least for me. And again, I love the marketing. The first trailer, I was just, they didn't done almost nothing about the series yet. And so when I watched the trailer, oh my gosh, I loved the trailer. It was so fun. They didn't reveal like the whole entire thing of the show, or they didn't like reveal nothing in the trailer. They just revealed everything you need to know about it when you go to watch it, just as a trailer should. And they also did a trailer for part 2, which was great because they easily could have just gone, whatever, let's not do anything. But they did, and I love that. And now to the actual story. So the story, the characters, oh my gosh, it was so great. So, again, you probably should know, I've probably already put out some spoilers already, but just to let you know, I'm going to be talking about the story now. So spoilers. So again, something that I love about the series is that it's original. It's not like making a super cliche story. Like, something great about it is that it's unpredictable, but not in a way where it's confusing. But like you don't like just know what's gonna happen next. Like it's not like, okay, this happened now and yeah, this is just gonna happen anyway. No, it's not like that. It is really great. You're always like, it's so fun. And they also like there were a lot of things that they didn't talk about that I wanted them to talk about at the end of the series, like something that weren't revealed at the end that they can't save for another season, which I love. But again, there was just so much, like, okay, the characters, I love the characters. Each character was just so fun. There was not, like, almost any time where I was just kind of bored with the characters at all. I don't think I really have least favorite character. Oh, yeah. I think Mr. Oz is my least favorite character. There's literally no reason why. It's just, like, everyone else is just so awesome. And it's not like he's any less awesome. It's just, like, yeah. If I had to pick, it's kind of hard. Mateo or Zoe? Something I love about Mateo is that he draws comic books, and I love that. Like, it's not, like, super important to the story, but, like, it's important to some episodes, but, like, it's just really fun. I love that he does that. And, I mean, like, a lot of times you're like, why is Mateo so protective of Z-Blob? But, I mean, like, what if you, like, made a character, or had an imaginary friend, and then you find out that it's real when you go to bed, when you dream, and then you wake up and it's with you throughout the whole day, and then when you go to bed in your dream world, again, like making a little character that's adorable, and then it comes into the real world and has superpowers, and then like, yeah, I'd be protective of it too. And all the characters were like, they were so realistic. They gave human reactions to things, but like they didn't like, make it too realistic and still made it like it was a fun show. But like the characters were actually like, and also something I love about the show is that it was so modern. Like when it comes to terms of like modern slang or like watching a TV show, and like there were so many references. Like they referenced K-pop, Lord of the Rings. There was this one scene where Izzy and Logan were doing a K-pop dance video, and you can obviously tell it was supposed to be a TikTok video. And it was just so fun. And again, there were just so many, like, they were really great about, like, you know how sometimes, like, when they make shows and the writers try to put in modern slang, but, like, no, that's not modern slang that kids or teenagers use. And sorry if I'm just, like, switching to different thing, sorry. Another thing I want to talk about, in episode 20, again, spoilers, you probably already got some, but in episode 20, when Zoe started singing, I was kind of worried, like, what is she gonna sound like when she sings? She was a great singer. I loved it. And I love, like, when movies do things where it's, like, it's a fight while someone else is doing it, like, dancing or, like, singing, or, I don't know, but it was just so fun. Like, I didn't even understand some of the words she was saying at the time. Like, I couldn't hear all the lyrics correctly, but, like, I wanted to sing along. It was just so fun. Like, while Izzy was, trying to get her shark back. That was just so fun. Also, something about Mateo and Izzy is that Izzy is a lot like my sister. She looks like her, she acts like her, and I am sort of like Mateo, not in every way, but still a little bit. And also something they did, instead of making them like high schoolers or like in kindergarten, they made them in middle school, which I feel like when it comes to, TV shows and movies, characters are almost never in middle school, and I don't know why. Also, again, back to characters. Each character just had their own story and their whole little arc through the series, and it was just super fun because it wasn't like overshadowing like the rest of the team or whatever. And I would like that they didn't reveal Zoe's whole story when they first introduced her. Like they didn't, like they slowly introduced like what happened to her and her past, and it kind of made me cry a little. And then with Logan, like he was, he's trying not to, I don't know, be a bully or a jerk. I shouldn't call Logan a jerk. He's not a jerk. But he's really mean to Mateo and Izzy, and really obnoxious and snobby. But he's not like just one episode where they need him to be, they need him to be nice. They don't just like completely twist him around. Like there's still like character development, and it takes time for him to, like actually be a part of the team and be nice to everyone. But it's not like there's no character development. He just stays like that the whole time. I do just say that we didn't focus on Cooper a lot, and I feel like we only got like a little bit about Cooper, but I feel like we could have, learned a little bit more about him, but it was still really nice. And also, at first, the Nightmare King just seemed like a kind of a boring villain. Like, at first, like, what is this guy's motive? Like, literally, for no reason he's doing this. And even if he does, like, it was just assumed it's going to be a dopey reason. But when you learn more about him, he's so much more interesting. Like, and the Night Hunter, like, I didn't really understand his purpose besides, like, being in sets or something, in the LEGO sets, but he also was a very interesting character, and he was really important to the story when it came to, like, Mateo choosing, like, is he gonna help the Nightmare King to get Z-Blah back, or something like that. Like, he was an important character. And he is kind of hard to see that at first, but, like, also, like, he knew Mr. Oz, and he worked with him, and he was a dream chaser, and he, for some reason, decided to free the Nightmare King. And they also didn't, like, take him away, and, like, we still don't know what happened to the Night Hunter, which I think is great, because that leaves room for Season 2. Like, if he became the main villain for Season 2, I would not mind. That'd be really cool. Also, his costume design is really cool as well. And may I add that the ideas that these people came up with who wrote the show, oh my gosh, everything was just so fun. Like, again, just looking at this, Mateo is a comic book artist, and his weapon in the dream world is a pencil. And the turtle van, like, a turtle van that I love. I really want to get that set soon because it's just so fun. I also really like Mrs. Castillo. She wasn't that important to the story, but she was still a really fun character. Also, little side note. So when it was revealed like that, the Nightmare King, like, he uses the kid's imagination and makes it into Griffspawn. At first, I thought he was saying that like he takes the kids themselves and they turn into Grimmspawn, and I was like, wait a minute, because like, the Dream Chasers were constantly like pewing out the little Grimmspawn, and at first I was like, hold up, you mean that every time Zoe throws her arrow at one of the Grimmspawn, she's killing children? No. Okay, I was really happy when I realized it. I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. I was like, Lego. Also, another little side note, I loved that Zoe's bow and arrow is kind of like a guitar or something, or a harp or something. It was really fun when it make that little noise every time she threw out an arrow. And also something I love about her is like she also has like an infinite amount of arrows, and it's so great. And again, back to what I was saying earlier, this theme literally has endless possibilities with what they can do. They can introduce so many characters. They can introduce so many like with the sets, with the story, everything just is so great. Like, even like the little things that you wouldn't find important end up being important or something, which I love. And also, another little thing, I like that they didn't make the Night Euro like it did. I like that they didn't wait till the end of the series for them to be okay with the Dream Chasers. I like how they made them, like, on terms with each other by, like, episode 12 or 13. And also, yes, I am, like, just jumping around different things, pretty awkwardly, but also, Casa Nocturnia. Oh my goodness. Those episodes were so good. I loved Casa Nocturnia. It was like, it had all the sides on over it were all the top and everything, and like inside like the stairs turning around and floating. Oh my gosh, that was just so fun. Also the Manticore, I love his character. He was so fun. Like, he had like the stained glass windows as like his vein. That was so cool. And also, may I not add that the costume designs that all the characters have are sick. Like, Oh my goodness, they were so cool. I love Zoe's outfit the best, and then maybe Mateo's second, but like everyone has such cool outfits. And like they did it great with the minifigures. Like look at Mateo, like he didn't even come with a cape in the set, but I still think he looks awesome. And with Izzy, like they made the transparent, like different colored hairpiece for the Lego sets. I can't wait to get Izzy's minifigure. And Cooper like having like the race car kind of outfit. I feel like he's the kind of person that gets all those different like model cars, like those little ones, or even the Lego Technic sets. Oh, and that brings me to another reference on Lego Dreams. Wait, you can't fall asleep, Mateo. We have to finish the Oni trilogy, and then we have to go on to the next season. Them watching Ninjago on their TV was... that was so good. I remember someone posted a clip of it before the episodes for part 2 came out in my country. I was just, oh my gosh, that was just so fun how they referenced Ninjago. And then if you notice, like when Nova came to sleep over with them in the background, they're playing Ninjago again. That was so good. And also like Izzy's obsession with the plushies and stuff was really funny because my sister also loves plushies too, and she has a ton of them, and so does Izzy. It was really fun. Also, again, like the little things, like I did not expect Nova to be that important to the story, but they still made her important. I do have to say though, even though Nova was a pretty interesting character, I do have to say, she was not really a great friend to Izzy at all. And also, since she knows about the Dream Chaser stuff, like I wonder how she's gonna be important in season 2 or anything. And also, I was not expecting, like, I know this video is getting pretty long, sorry. The Night Terrors. The first scene in the show had a Night Terror in it. Okay, that was not what I expected. I was like, okay, Lego, we were being a little bold. And honestly, like, it's really fun because it's not, like, it's so scary that it actually leaves you nightmares, but it gets you really amped up every time, like, they show a night terror. It was like, oh, whoa. In episode, what was it? I think it was episode 20 or 19. I can't remember. No, I think it was episode 18 or 19. They had where Nova and Izzy, when they had the sleepover, she accidentally woke up Izzy, and then the night terror came and was like, oh my goodness, what is gonna happen? Because you don't actually know what's gonna happen, which is great. I can't predict a thing when it comes to it, but it's not like it's kind of just like, okay, this is like, I can't understand what's happening. No, it's really fun. And just the way that the whole series just works together so perfectly is just so great. The marketing was great, the sets were great, and Lego has just made this theme, and it can go on for so long. Like, if Ninjago went on for 12 years and it's still gonna keep going forward, I mean, like, this theme has so much potential. And it's almost impossible to mess it up, too. And when it comes to Lego, they are really great about that kind of stuff, too. And also, like, this theme, like, perfectly embodies, like, Lego itself. Like, it's about being creative, using your imagination, and, like, just, you know, even though this show would be great as any other, like, kind of show that's not Lego, it still works so much better as a Lego show anyway. It's just so great about that. Another little side note, when they had Logan in his, like, little blue form, he had fingers. What? Sorry, I got really frustrated about that when I saw it. Anyway, this, in my opinion, is the best Lego theme that Lego has made so far. And, like, I'm saying that, like, over Ninjago, or Bionicle, or Friends, or, like, any of the other shows. Because it's, like, I don't know, I know it's just my opinion, but, like, even, like, if you don't like it, like, when you just list the things out, like, if it's not biased, I think you should, like, sorry, words, this theme is perfect for Lego, and I love it. The sets and the show were awesome, and, like, this is just their first year, like, I'm so excited what's gonna come, because it seems like they have big plans for the future. And I literally did not get to say everything that I love about this, but because this video is about to be 20 minutes long, I'm just gonna, wrap it up. What were your thoughts on Lego Dreams? If so, write them down in the comments. I mean, like, I was expecting this to be pretty good, but it just blew me away on how well it did on this theme. And you were gonna see me doing so many more videos for this theme. So, stay tuned, and if you haven't checked out Lego Dreams, it is awesome. Hope you have an awesome day. Bye!